Beautiful beings of the universe, welcome to now. I'll start this video with the beautiful fire element and lighting up this incense. I also made myself some great ginger spice tea, Indian chai, and along with that, I enjoy my marigold biscuit. But more than this, I wanted to speak about my experience on gang stalking and how all of this is planned and all of this is the planned harassment. And when you speak to the council, when you speak to the police, they want to make you look like crazy. So they're all involved in it. They are very much aware of what they're doing with the help of community, wherein every person is made anti of someone else. But at the superficial level, they would make it appear like you're the crazy one. Because when you say that random strangers follow you wherever you go, when you talk about the planned harassment, they are just going to laugh at you. So I called up the police today and I told about the harassment. And on the other hand, they were just laughing, and I could hear the officers laughing there. And what a shame is that? What a shame is that truly the setup of the institution that is supposed to understand your problem is there laughing at you because truly they're not interested in your welfare. Rather, he told me to go back to India. Can you believe that? So I told, I'm making a complaint to you to make you visible the problem that I'm facing every single day, which is about gang stalking, about harassment by birds, by planned harassment by people, and a lot of birds that they follow you non-stop. They keep on screaming and making noise wherever you go and stalking you. And then they're laughing at it because these are the people who are all involved. And then they're saying, okay, then this might be the problem wherever you go here. So you might want to go back to India if you feel that is safe. So I said, this is strange because you as police who has the resources should try and think about the safety of the people when they make a complaint to you. But on the other hand, he was laughing and making me look like I'm the crazy one, that I need some help, a mental help. So he then said that I think I can refer you to the mental health helpline. So I said, this is so bizarre because you're clearly manipulating and intentionally misunderstanding the problem that I'm saying. And truly, they do not care whether you live or die. Like every day when I go to the shops, to the cafe, to the park, there are these cars who intentionally come so close so that they hit you and you die, and they don't care. They intentionally send out buses straight in front of you and then let out the exhaust of the bus on your face so that you feel the toxicity of that and you get sick. Wherever you go, they send out their big garbage bins that stinks. All of this is planned. Every single incident that you're facing as being gang stalked, all of this is planned out. And when you speak to the police, they be so shameless. They are laughing at that and they have got nothing to do. So what he told me, but how come I have got other Indians and they do not complain? And of course, the reason why they do not complain is because you would not hear. The reason too many people are afraid to speak up is because their voice has been shut. Is because their complaints are never taken forward. So they are forced to subdue. They're forced into submission. Not because they are happy, not because they feel safe, not because they know that the system is just. And if you're the one that speaks about it, they would say to you, why don't you go back to your country? Well, I'm a skilled immigrant. I'm a software engineer. I've done my engineering and I have 15 years of experience in industry. I've worked in the top-notch companies in the world. So I'm not here for no reason. I'm overly qualified, and not just overly qualified, I paid a lot of money for my permanent residence that I got for Australia. And that's when I shifted here once I got the job. And this is your experience as an immigrant. This is your shameful experience. And it's not just about shame, it's on your security. So the cops and the officers, I could hear them laugh, and then they are telling me that, so what is it that you want us to do? Do you want us to call people and tell them to behave well? So I know when this sort of a question comes, this is a clear sign they do not care about you. No, they don't care about you. And in this gang stalking, they're also going to mix people of all of the color, race, and religion to make you look like you're the crazy one. They would say, how come there are Indians who do not complain? There are blacks who do not complain. There are yellows who do not complain. Because they hire all of these people into this mechanism of gang stalking. And when you talk about it, they are going to laugh at you and make you look like, I think you're crazy. So this is the times we are in, wherein when you are just simply talking about the plain truths of the corruption, of the deformed system, of organized harassment, that is in which police and all of these community, all of these things are equally involved, then rather than taking the right action, they're going to call you crazy and force you into some stupid sort of helpline which is completely led by machines. And there is the direct attack on your thinking. They want you to stop thinking for yourself. They want you to be just like a puppet, just like a slave. Keep on doing what we are telling you to do. Or else the repercussions are, you do not matter. Your life does not matter. Every day, when I'm living under this threat of being ran over by cars, of being constantly being gang stalked, and when you talk about this to the people, this is the sort of shitty response that you get. So you must know that you're all by yourself. Nobody's going to come to help you in this. You can go to the lawyers who are just going to drain out a whole bunch of money. So first of all, they would organize this crime of organized harassment and gang stalking. They would intentionally make you live on the edge. They would intentionally take out your job because you're the best. And then they would intentionally plan out at your workplace and get you fired. And then when you're completely left abandoned, that's what they want. They wanted you in isolation. They do all of this on purpose so that others could have a say that, yeah, whatever you're saying, we cannot understand. We do not understand. Because all of this is a whole bunch of involvement and a planned thing. Now, if you think that you choose fear and you do not speak about it, you do not fight about it, and you're going to feel safe, that is not true because they are not going to stop their harassment on you. You know what the police told me today? So if you think that rest of the people are harassing you and bullying you, let them. What we can do about this? So I said, do you mean to say you do not care about the life of other people? It's not just that they are laughing. They intentionally come in their car and drive so close to you. There's no rules for them. These people get their licenses while yours one being put on fail on purpose. Because you are the one that is the whistleblower in the community, and that's why they make everybody against you. It's all a mixed up thing. You understand? This shit is so deep. This shit is so deep. And he was thinking I'm personally very much a fan of a certain nation against other, but no, I understand this. There's no security nowhere. There is no security nowhere. Whether you go back to any part of the world, you are going to face these menace. You're going to face these type of challenges. And don't think you're safe because you keep quiet and you become a criminal like them, wherein your job is to gang stalk somebody else and being paid huge amount for it because your life is also in danger and you might be just taken out by the same system anytime. So since there are no rules for them, there are also no rules for you, right? But how come the rules are there only for you? You've got to follow all of their rules, which is just meant to keep you low. They just want a set of people who just consume, who just act barbaric, greedy, and who do not think for themselves, and who should not complain against you, against when the system pushes you at the edge. That's what it is. So they have got no shame trying to say that because there is no sanity left anymore, they can easily say that, oh, I think you have got, you feel threatened by this, so maybe you need some mental help. And there's a lot of mental help available. We have got people who could help you out, understand your circumstances. But what if the circumstances has been made ugly by the same very people? So it's like, first of all, they would create the problem, and then they would want you to say that you are trying to go to the criminal and seek for justice. Where does this all thing fit in? I called up the council today, and they said, sorry, we cannot help you with this. So I said, what are you for? What is your job? What are you doing as a council person for the authenticity and integrity and safety of the people? Then he said, we don't do any of that. So I said, how come others have the power to make a complaint against anybody else, but when you report your safety is in danger, your life is in danger, there's nothing for you? So that clearly calls out that rules are not the same for everyone. It's a complete jungle book. You are in a jungle. When you're talking about the truth, nobody's going to come. And when you paved the way hard for yourself, you worked hard to get into any place, and you are trying to help others, people just want to come and snatch your share. This is the sort of demonic world we are in. And then they would say, if you have got so much problem, then you go back to your country. As if going back to my country, as if there's a lot of safety out there. But I know that nobody cares about you. So the clear statement is, you're on your own. Figure it out. Because we are not going to help you. Somebody who's supposed to help you, like police, like the systems, they are asking a proof from you. Like, you should prove that you are being, you feel unsafe. Show me a proof that you are being harassed. Show me a proof that you are being gangstalked. And when you do show them the recordings, they would say, but that might be just any passerby. All of this is planned out. It's all street show, acting out. Because they are the ones who have told this whole bunch of people to act this and this way. And then they start and act like, I don't understand what you're saying. I don't I don't truly see any sense in lodging a complaint on this. We are living in times where when you exactly are so woke, you're aware, you're intelligent, and they know it, but all of the people come together and lie because that is the order from the top management, because you are the whistleblower, because you talk about the injustice, because you have the courage to go about it. That's why you see the suppression from these demonic energies. They want to see how far would you go. They would hire dumbass people in their job and keep promoting them. And not you. You would be the first one to get fired because you are too woke. Because you understand things so well and you just point out the things that completely doesn't make any sense. So they do not want you to speak up in the meetings, do they? They want you to live like a puppet, like rest of the people, covered, completely covered and they have a lot of energy and power, and in fact energy given to them by these organizations, by these institutions like police, and all of them be just mixed up in it so that they could act evil against you. So every single day when you move out, you get whole bunch of people trying to trigger you, standing so close to you and calling you names and making fun of you, making you look like you're the most disrespectable person on the planet, and you're not supposed to react. The system tells you to just take this shit. Just learn to cope with the degraded value of how we dehumanize you. You should be absolutely fine sucking it up. And this is not new, by the way. None of this is new. This has been happening over years, over decades, where people who were the true reformers, the revolutionaries, the spokesperson of truth, people who have truly lived their entire life chasing truth, and not just chasing truth, but being about it. These are the people who would be suppressed. And they would call you, I think you need some mental help. Fuck you and your mental health. These are all a bunch of liars. Whatever is a lie shall come up to the surface. Like Jesus Christ said, whatever is hidden shall come out in the light. People cannot pretend who they are not. And of course, you get back from the karma what you give. So when these people act injustice on you, don't think that they would just be taken care of, and the universe does not see just because these are the people who have power and control. Like a great philosopher said, whatever happens, I must enjoy my tea and biscuit. So that's what I do, taking each day at a time. But I ensure that I enjoy my tea, and I make sure to see the beauty despite the chaos, despite the madness and insanity of the world, despite seeing that nobody is basically there for you in this, even your family, because they're all part of the same system that says if you're somebody who talks for truth, you must be made invisible, like you don't exist. Your life doesn't matter and your voice doesn't matter. So when nothing matters, to me, truth matters. And that's why I would say, what is my experience? I would expose the truth because that is all there is to it. We live in a world where the criminals are supported and the things would be stolen and theft from you. So when I asked them about my bike, what happened about that? That was stolen. So then they said, yeah, we are just seeing to that. That's not that much important. There are other things in the city, like somebody's been murdered, some theft happened, some attacks happen. And I understand, of course, there is more attention that would be given to that. But this thing is so easy, and they could clearly retrieve it if they want to. So you see how shitty the whole system is. And they want to make you look like you're the ugly one, like you're so disgusting just because how dare you spot us. They want them to keep on bullying you every single day. They want them to attack you so that you die and you should be rather kissing their ass. That's what they want. You should be saying, wow, you guys are awesome. I love you guys and your people. Because you know what? You guys are just destroying the peace and happiness of others. Such a shame. Such a pathetic, shitty environment is this. And you see this in companies also. First of all, they will learn from you. They will put a meeting that is called as improvement plan, okay? In which you are supposed to train your manager every single thing that you have done. It's like literally you are giving them a training. And on the other hand, they are going to say, this is your improvement plan. Like how twisted the world is. You're the one that is teaching them how to live. You're the one that is the light in this dark ass world, and that's why these demonic entities feed off of your energy. I don't give a fuck about any of the evil demonic entities because when I know who I am, when I rise and shine in my power, I'm already a winner. I do not need a validation from you, stupid cunts. That's why these cowards do not have the courage to speak to you. That's why they would let their dogs bark. That's why they would let their ugly fucking birds follow you and gang stalk you. Because these cowards, these cunts, have got no courage, no spirit in the first place. And not even your family. They're all a bunch of cunts who just wants you to fail. Every time I lost my job, my family would be secretly so happy. And the same is the community. What is a family after all? Family is just a replica of the world. So before the world teaches you how ugly and toxic I am, your family is the first place where your confidence gets crushed. Where your parents do not support you so that you could be the voice, so that you could be the real creator, the true artist, the true intelligent being, the true scientist. Because they've been thinking, well, I fucked up my whole life. I was never somebody special like you. I didn't have my voice. So how dare you? Why don't you also suck it up? Why don't you also suck up the corruption and injustice that's forced through your life? And I say no. Because that's not who I am. I'm not anybody. So this police today tells me, this police officer, that how come others do not have a problem? So I said, why should I be concerned about why do others not have a problem? If there's a fire in your house, do you go ahead and say, how come others' house are not burnt? So I should keep my mouth shut. Because you know what? My house was put on fire. A completely irrelevant question, and you are supposed to answer that because you are supposed to prove that your house was on fire. You're supposed to prove that you felt unsafe and your life is in danger. You have to prove that because guess what? Even if you die, nobody cares. And that's why there is so much rise of violence in this city. And not just this city, whole of the planet. You see the rise in wars, you see the rise of criminal activities. They do not see how the criminals are born. Or shall I say, they understand it very well and they intentionally make the situation as such that people have got no other choice but to fight for themselves, and then they would call you a criminal. They would intentionally make the life of some person so difficult that you would feel your life threatened. And when you do something for your self preservation so that you would be alive, they would call you, this is criminal. You need help. So they just give you two options, and either of these, they don't care shit about you. One option is you keep quiet and suck up all of this torture that we send your way, agree to the corruption, and don't say a word. But I'm used to of it, okay? We all are used to of it because this is nothing new. You have seen this whole dance of violence all around you your whole life. So you're not scared. You see how far this goes because nobody's safe. Nobody is safe out here. People who pretend like I'm safe because I'm having more power than you, and I'm safe because I'm more criminal than you. Good luck. You can be as delusional as you want and get paid for being delusional. But reality doesn't care shit about you. Just like these criminal systems, they don't care about you, about your truth. The universe, the truths and the godly energies don't care a shit about your delusion either. So you might be in a delusion that I've got power now and I can trample over the rights of decent good people. Because who are these good people? Like worms. They dehumanize you. The dehumanization is so real. Like wherever I go, they would intentionally throw out banana skins, banana peel. And since I have a bicycle, they would intentionally throw the screws so that my tire gets punctured. And they would intentionally throw up piles of broken glasses so that it ruptures your bike wheel. Or if you fall, then you just get hurt. They would write and make stupid images and writings on graffiti for you to make you look like, look, be scared. We are watching you. And we have made you like, we look at you like a clown, like you do not matter. You are just so funny. So wherever you go, you see people laughing. Even they be street construction workers or garbage lifters or any low profile person, somebody who's got no dignity. These people will laugh at you. Though you are zillion times much more intelligent, aware, and dignified than them. But you just choose your grace, and I don't react. I see that where is all of that coming from? We are living in worlds where people openly dehumanize you, and then they would say, that's just fun. That's just for fun. We can have a good laugh at it. And why should you laugh when people are mocking you? They're humiliating you. Am I supposed to laugh at that? No, bitch, I don't laugh with you. So when the officers were laughing at me, trying to make me look like I'm somebody stupid who just made a call because I'm not enjoying my day. Do you think so? I don't have any other work to do apart from calling police just because I'm not feeling good. So they were laughing at me as if I should also join their laughter. To agree that, yeah, I think you have been successful in manipulating my truth, and I'm such a dumbass that I'm going to laugh with you. Because you know what? I'm so shit scared of you. I'd rather laugh with you rather than saying this doesn't make any sense. This is bullshit. You're supposed to save the people, but you don't do that. I'm just tired of all of this cowardice and manipulation games and corruption. And this is the same everywhere. That was the reason why do so many people want to leave India because of corruption. And then you go to other parts of the world and you see it's the same thing, just in a different format. But I see that no place is safe. Because of corruption, there is bomb attack that happens in New Delhi. Because of corruption, there are stabbings that happen in Sydney where people are dead. Because of corruption, and you have pushed some people so far that they do a bomb blast in UK. So which place is safe? Which place in this world is safe? Which country is safe? You're just as a puppet at the mercy of these organizations, of these people who have got money and power and they control your life. And you are just supposed to Go with it. And even if you go with it, you've already died. Like, if I do not speak about it and if I just keep quiet and laugh with them, with the perpetrators who make your life miserable, and you also laugh with them and be like them, and even if they pay you money for keeping quiet and they pay you good amount of stuffs materially so that you lose your soul, what is the point of it all? Like, you know that you have cheated yourself. So they told me you can come to the police station to show us the proofs, and I can go and I can show them. But I know very well the response. They are just going to laugh at me, and then they would just make you feel like you're so funny. This is not funny. I don't find anything is funny in this. This is serious thing. You are trying to make somebody's existence look like you are null, you are void, like you do not matter. This is trying to dehumanize you as a human being. So when I go on my bike to the parks, they would intentionally throw up ravens, birds, animals. They do witchcraft. They would throw dead rats on your way intentionally. Then they would start spraying insecticide, which is so toxic that you can't even breathe. They would do the jet spray and spray toxins into the air because they don't care about the people. It's not just about me, it's about the mass. They see you like you are irrelevant. But the masses would rather keep quiet and say yes to their own perpetrator because they see that if we all come together and have a say and say this is wrong and you want to correct this, absolutely all of this is possible only if you have the courage. But with a system of people where everybody is covered, and when you raise your voice, you tell the truth, you're being seen like you're stupid. So it's like everybody comes together and starts lying to suppress the voice of the truth. Though the situation could have been very different if all of us could come together and have the courage to be ourselves, to tell the truth, we could make this world a more justified, beautiful place where there is no war, where there is no criminal, where there's no mindless frustration and divide. No, but they rather want you divided. They rather want that I will pay you extra if you could develop more hatred in the community. If you all people come together and slander against him or her, I'm going to pay you extra. I'm going to allow you to do that great business. I'm going to allow you into more contracts. I'm going to send you more money. So all of this hate is paid. There's a lot of money for hate. There's a lot of money for division. But when you talk about the integrity, about integrating the people, when you talk about justice, when you talk about truth, then you're just on your own. You're completely on your own. And that's why you see your videos not spreading out, because these people control your views just so that even your social media presence is suppressed because you tell the truth. But well, whatever is the truth, two things can never hide: the sun and the truth. Do as you like. Two things can never hide: sun and the truth. And when you rise and shine in your goddess energy, despite these demonic forces trying out against you, huh, it's not to say that you win over in a day, but you just show up as your best version. You just show up with integrity. You just choose to tell the truth. You choose to go on your path despite you being walking all alone And nobody supports you in this. But watch how you support the others, but others do not support you. Have you noticed this? You support and promote other channels, but other people, they do not support you. How come? What is the family's work? Aren't they supposed to help you? Or is the family only so that you could just keep draining your money, energy, and time, teaching them how to live, and rather than they shitting on you, they would learn everything from you, steal from you, and then rather make you look like you're stupid. Because what is family is just a replica of the society. And no wonder you, as a chosen, you being born in a family of snakes. That's the reason you, the golden child, you were left out on your own. You said, I don't care about your lies. And you did all of this yourself. I planned out every single thing in my life myself. I made my PR. I found the job. I came. I fought. I'm a total warrior. I'm a warrior goddess. So when these cunts outside, they try and laugh at me, they try to defame me, bitch, I know who I am. I don't need an approval, a validation from stupid, blinded. I would not even call you human because you are not human. You're all demons and beasts. And that's why these demons and beasts want to be around you so that they could feed off on your energy. I don't give a fuck. Let the truth be out. I don't give a fuck. Let the truth shine. Everybody just wants support me, support my page, support my channel, like and subscribe for more. But when it comes to you, bitch, you are supposed to support and like my channel too. You are supposed to promote me because either you have the spine to stand up and speak the truth, all right? Or go and support somebody else who is the voice of truth because that person doesn't just fight alone. That's for the goodness and the welfare of it all. But people, they be so selfish, all they care is about themselves. And you just walk out of selflessness. You teach so many people so many things for free, and that's why people take you for granted. And at some point in time, you need to let go. And whatever things that has to go off would eventually go off. It might mean losing friends, it might mean losing family, it might mean losing job, it might mean losing everything. Let that shit go. If something is not relevant for you, so when these police officers told me today, then you go back to your country, and then that just got me thinking, maybe he's right. So I just heard him, and I said, I've been thinking about it, not because he told me to, not because he told me that if you feel unsafe here, you go back, but I just need to decide what is it that I truly want, and do I have the will to make a decision? And if yes, then maybe I should move in that direction. And it's not because a police officer tells you or gives you a suggestion, but probably because it has been on your mind. Like if your daily life is so much of a fight, facing all of this gang stalking and corruption and injustice, making you feel inhuman, what's the point of it all? So I agreed to him in silence. I didn't say anything to him. But in my mind, I thought, I have been thinking about this. He just echoed my voice. And I know that no place in the world is safe and there is corruption everywhere. But since this is the case, I might as well see to where life takes me. And I don't know, I don't have an answer, but I'm open enough. I'm exploring. I'm open enough to take the feedback from others and also to take the feedback from my own inner self and see where does this whole movement take me? Because I want change and I want change in a nice way. Because all of this is so dead and dying, and I'm just done living in a dead system that just doesn't work. That is completely stupid and pointless. And if you see that, how come it's only not working for you? Because others are soulless people. Their laughter is evil, their joys are misery. They think having more by being barbaric and by being criminal gives them a ticket of success, gives them a license to show that I'm happy and you're the miserable one. Your life sucks. Look at me, I live happy. That's because they are the most miserable ones. Look at their face, torn and wretched. On the external, they might be wearing suits, they might be driving good cars, and they might be doing a lot of makeup, wearing fancy clothes, but there's no joy in them. You see them soulless people because they chose not to voice out against evil, against corruption, because they thought that this war is endless and I could never win it, so I might as well be on the side of the evil. And now that I'm on the side of the evil, I'm going to call you weak because you are just all by yourself. But these dumbass people don't know that it needs courage, intelligence, and supreme integrity to be on your own. It's a tiger that stands alone, not a bunch of wolves. So just because you're woke, just because you're aware, just because you know where to give your energy and where not to give your energy, so many times you see all of this chaos and you don't still react. So then they're going to call you, oh, you're too slow, you're too dumb. Ha 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 ha. So dumb. Doesn't even understand that we are making fun of you. But you know what's going on. It's not that you don't understand. You're not slow. You're not dumb like how they project it, because they just want a reaction out of you. They just want you to fight. Because these people feed off on your energy. They do not have a direct connection to the source. What sort of parents are these who bring about divide within their own brothers and sisters, within their own children, trying to lie something else to one child and then lying to someone else and making a divide so that these people do not talk amongst each other. So all of this is political, and such parents eventually would have no respect from their own children because they were never happy in your wins. They just wanted you to keep on acting like a dumbass stupid child, because all that they want is just for you to say that, oh, you are God and you are divine because you gave birth to me. Did you ask for the birth? I didn't want to be here on the planet. Like, if I knew all of this is like so, and everybody suffers, every person suffers. That's why when you hear the demons laugh, ha 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 ha, or they're partying or something stupid, that's because these people are just running so far away from their fucking misery. That's why when you see these people constantly running after money, after power, because they know that deep inside is a black hole of misery that everybody is trying to run. Nobody truly enjoys this life, but they pretend and they smile on social media and take a picture in front of Eiffel Tower with their fake ass family and say, "We have happy life." There never was any credibility. There never was any truth in all of this. But people just like to copy each other. Just because you did something, now they are going to do that because they see that you seem to have some solid ground. People see to you courageous and strong, and they think that, oh, if she can be, I can be too. But no, bitch, you can't be because you're coward. You're just a copycat. You're a clown. You got that copycat energy. You are not me. You can never be me. To be me, you need to have courage to be on your own, to fight all of this evil single handedly. And that's why all of these cons, they are all in groups and crowds together against you. Because, first of all, they've been paid. Nothing is for free. These all people are paid. So you could be controlled through greed or you could be controlled through fear. But there's a divine force that protects you. Your truth protects you. So if you see that, if you look to some God who's external out there, that is not true. So you're just going to temple and offering fruits and flowers and things doesn't help if you do not have the courage to have and live the life of truth. Even though that's a path filled with losses, that's a path filled with people calling you a loser, people calling you insane. But here's the thing, truth will burn you, but it will set you free. And the path of lies, it might give you plenty materially, but it is going to make you feel ever empty and hungry like hungry ghosts. So, you know the story of hungry ghosts? Thich Nhat Hanh, the great Thai monk, enlightened monk, he talks about this. The story of hungry ghosts. These are the ghosts who do not have bodies, but they are ever hungry. And though they do not have body, they just have a little mouth with the hole of a needle, and they feel so hungry all the time. So how could they fill their hunger with a mouth which is like needle shaped dot? So no matter how much amount of food is there in front of them on the table, they can never fill their hunger. They can never feel satisfied. So this is what you get when you take on this path of lies and darkness. And when you come in the light, you still suffer. It's no saying that being in the path of light doesn't give you pain. There is pain. There is physical pain, there's emotional pain, there's mental pain, there's agony. But you see that you do not have any other choice. You come to truth when that is your last resort left. You would have to come to truth. It's not an option for you. Because life will kick your ass in from all the sides, and then you would realize that I don't have nowhere else to go but to the truth. Nobody comes here without a reason. You're going to go on enjoying this life of luxury and indulgence till life kicks you. And then you see that, oh, things that I used to enjoy, it doesn't fancy me anymore. When you could see through the fake ass relationships of people, when you could see through things that people just blabber and don't mean a thing, when you see people celebrating and you see the hollowness and emptiness of their soul inside, you naturally opt out because you've been there and done that and seen the emptiness and hollowness of it all. When you've seen that no amount of desire and you running after it will satisfy you, be it if you're hungry and you just keep eating from the fridge or keep eating a lot of nice items from restaurants, you still do not feel great. And then you think maybe it's in your passion. Maybe if I could just make something project wise and make some good music or make some good art, that should fulfill me. So that is a satisfaction at little subtler level closer to you. But even that is not enough. So you can go on making paintings after paintings and music after songs. You can go on participating in races, marathons, year after years. You can go on training physically, go into weightlifting competitions if that's your thing. And you can keep on winning only to arrive at you still do not get what you're looking for. You're still not happy. You might win several goals, but you're again looking out to what's next. You're never going to feel fulfilled. You're just going to be like that hungry ghost. But this is the strange thing with desires. If you have it met, you just don't value it. But if it is taken away from you, or if your desire was not fulfilled, then you think that maybe I'm unhappy because my desire was not fulfilled. If I had that thing, if I had that object, I would be happier. I could enjoy that thing. So as you see that the vulgarity of the world is at its best, and these people don't care shit about display of vulgarity through their poor conduct. You should be the voice of truth, absolutely unapologetically. You should be yourself a 100% unapologetically. And no amount of witchcraft or voodoo or shit or them trying to destroy you would work because you are the chosen. Because you are the goddess and the gods. The energy of goddess and God lives through you. You're too pure to be tainted by their filth. Let them do whatever sort of voodoo magic or do lemon and chili stuffs or throw dead animals your way. None of that will affect you, but rather it goes destroying 10 times to the sender. Because they were trying to come after you, the chosen. That's not how things work. On the physical plane, they might be helpful in scheming against you, but one thing they can never take away from you is your spirit. Like the great writer Viktor Frankl talks about in his book Man's Search for Meaning. No matter what circumstance they can put you in, they put you in the worst vulvar phase where there's no food and no water, and you are in with so many refugees. Still, how much amount of torture they would do to you, you have one thing with you of how you respond to that. Your responding to a situation can never ever be taken away by you. And if you say it's terrifying because this path of truth is like self destruction, it's like self annihilation. But if you don't come to it, you would be dragged to it. Don't think you have a choice. Nobody has a choice. So, this illusion of willpower, let go of that. You don't have your willpower, you are dragged by it. You are dragged on it. So, it's like you have two choices to go to the beach happily or somebody else dragging you to the beach. You don't like it. You would rather want to walk. And this is how you come to truth. You can come to it in grace, by surrender, by being about it, by telling the truth, by exposing the lies. What is truth after all? Everything that is false, that exposition and its negation, that is what is truth. So no matter how much amount of them trying to keep you in isolation so that nobody speaks to you, and let these people die of their excess, silly, mindless, dumb conversations. Because they want to show you that, oh, you're the one who doesn't have friends and people to talk to. Look at us. We got so many of us, and we have the freedom of just talking mindlessly, making fun of others, gossiping about others, laughing at you. Because we have mouths, so we laugh at you. Let the world do whatever they do because you do not have any control over their actions. But when life calls out for you to act, have the guts and act that way. Because if you stay coward, life will soon bring you into a point where you have no other choice but to fight. Nobody comes to truth without being put in that spot. Like, why would you? People say that you come to Lord's worship when you are under a lot of stress, and it is true. If you had everything in excess, why would you think of letting go of the lies? Why would you think of letting go of your false relations? Why would you think of letting go of the false things that you have accumulated? Because that seems to give you joy. But when things don't work, when your business starts to fail, when your people who you put your trust on, they start to backfire on you, they start draining your energy, your finances, your stuffs, that's when you open up to the eye. This is the nature of life. This is the nature of Maya, illusion, Leela, the play of life. And when you see through things as they are, then you would rather stay with yourself alone and with the truth. Even though it's not very pleasant, but at least it's far better than being with a bunch of liars and snakes. And even though there's nobody that supports you, but at least you are not with the people who are trying to dig grave on you and smiling at your face, acting like I care for you. Because you're my family, because you're my daughter, because you're my sister, and when nobody truly cares about you, they left you in the dark dying, nobody cares a shit. So just be about the truth. There's nothing that you're going to become. Don't see that I want to become this because they did injustice to me and the world is so unjust and so full of liars. I'm going to show them who I will be. You don't have to try and be anything else. If life has plans for you, and if life has decided that you're going to do something, she will live through you and she will make you the dancer, the artist, the musician, the leader, world class leader, whatever it is that life has plans for you, she will do that. You're not the doer. So you just back off and stay in the light, stay in the truth. I'll see you the next one. Peace and love. Bye for now.